Welcome back. The Indian Vice Chief Air Staff Air Marshal RKS Bhadauria today took a sortie of the Rafale aircraft at the French Air Force's Mont-de-Marsan Air Base and said that the Rafale will be a game changer. Earlier, French Ambassador to India Alexander Ziegler on Friday said that the first Rafale fighter aircraft will be delivered within 2 months and it will be perfectly on time. Those are the visuals on his screens in which Vice of Air Chief Air Force Vice Staff RKS Bhadauria was doing a sortie in the Rafale aircraft. And RKS Bhadauria also went on to say, in terms of technology and weapons, Rafale has brought in, and it will be again a game changer for the Indian Air Force from a planning perspective, point of view of offensive missions, and planning the kind of war we want to conduct in the coming years. So, a great development, and we'll be expecting the Rafale to be delivered in India over the next 2 months. Let's listen to what he said.
What is more important is not to compare one-on-one as to whether Rafale is better, who won the fight in the combat. The initial part of 1 versus 1 and 2 versus 1 just to build up and for the pilots to understand each other's capability. And it is the large force engagement which is the primary focus of this exercise. From our perspective, it is important to know how we can utilize Rafale and Su-30 to complement each other, how we can force packages, how we can overall operationally utilize such a potent element in the force. And from that angle, I think it was a very, very good experience. And we will have many lessons to take home in terms of how best to utilize Rafale once it's inducted into IAF force, and how best the combination can be with Su-30 fleet, which is another potent and very important fleet in our Air Force.
Well, the visuals on his screens are from Mont-de-Marsan Air Base in France, where Air Vice Chief of the Indian Air Force carried out that sortie in the Rafale aircraft, and we just heard a reaction from him. And earlier, Alexander Ziegler, France's ambassador to India, also said that we can expect a delivery of the first Rafale aircraft over the next 2 months. And we've seen a lot of controversy over the Rafale aircraft in the political parlance, but the Air Force time and again has come out and said that Rafale is actually the need of the hour, and it will be a big boost to the Indian Air Force and its might encountering not only from as a deterrent, but also as part of the planning and the perspective, like Air Marshal Bhadauria just said a while back, we heard, and those are live visuals we are getting from the Mont-de-Marsan Air Base in France. And we can see the Indian contingent there, which is present along with officers from France as well. So big development and a great news for the Indian Air Force and Indian forces. The Rafale sortie carried out by the Vice Chief of Indian Air Force. And those are also pictures of him at the air base in France, where he was going to take that sortie, and he's with other officers of the Indian Air Force. And pictures coming in from France, where Air Marshal Bhadauria took a sortie in the Rafale aircraft, which, according to him, and also Air Chief B.S. Dhanoa, is going to be a game changer for Indian security forces.